Well, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. This is a live video today. My name is Daniel McCrane with McCrane Associates. And like I've mentioned before, McCrane Associates works with small business owners to help them increase their profitability, scalability, and legacy in their business guaranteed. And here we are the day after elections, and some elections that I was watching were like this, and other elections were like this. And anyway, it was just great to see the turnout that happened. It was great to see that Americans took their rights and responsibilities and duties as citizens seriously and got out and voted. And here, luckily, the polls were very easy to get through. I understand that elsewhere in the country, people waited a really long time. And so I just want to say thank you very much for those of you who did stand in line and waited and waited and waited. You exercised some tremendous patience for doing that. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who did get out and vote, who took the time to do that. Hey, so today, let's get back into talking about business. And what I want to talk about today is business valuations, different types of business valuations. So, one of the things that we do at McCrane Associates is we work with the business owner to increase the value of the business so that when you are ready to sell, when the time is right, or you're ready to walk away from the business, whatever the case may be, that you get more money for the business, and hopefully that money then can launch you into the next stage of what your life is going to be. When it comes time to value the business, though, this can be a little bit confusing because there are multiple ways to value a business and multiple things to think about. So, just doing a Google search here, you could do the same thing. But I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk through some of these. So business valuation can be based on a number of factors, but really what it comes down to is there are just a handful of factors inside a business that can affect your valuation. Multiple strategies to get that done, but really just a handful of factors. So there are several. I'm not going to go through a complete list here, but a few of them include your management team, the way that your business is structured for capital. So, in other words, have you taken on debt? Do you have investors? Is it completely bootstrapped and self-funded? Things like that. Taking a look at the future earnings potential of the business is another way to consider the valuation, and then also the market value of the company itself. So, some different methods of valuation. There are ways that we could take a look at this. One is the market capitalization, and so this is really just taking a look at what the total share price of the business, and then multiply by the total number of shares that are outstanding. So it comes down to really kind of a stock evaluation. For LLCs, you might say, what's the value of each unit within the LLC? And sometimes that's a little bit trickier to do. But market capitalization would be one way to figure out the value of the business. Another way to do that would be a multiple of revenue. So if you take a look at all the revenue that comes into the business and then apply some kind of a multiple to it based on the industry, and there's some industry norms, if you will, that lead to whatever that valuation is. And as far as revenue goes, a lot of times those multiples are a fraction of 100%. So it's not the full 100% of revenue. It's certainly not like a 2 times, 3 times, 4 times multiple like you hear about in other valuation methods. But when you're doing it by a revenue, it's usually discounted off of the revenue because a company may have like $10 million in revenue, but only brings home like $1 million in profit. But that being said, the earnings multiplier is another thing that you could do. So just taking a look at what is you may hear the terms EBITDA, so earnings, depreciation, interest, taxes before amortization. So that could be one method of calculating the earnings of a business. Another way would be just to look at the straight profit. Another way would be, especially in small businesses, We take a look at expenses that are specific to the business owner, and then we add those back in. And so that calculation method is called SDE, or seller discretionary earnings. So then we take those earnings times a multiplier. And again, there are norms in various industries about what amount of multiplier you use. Maybe it's a one time, two times, three times. And those multipliers can also be based on, like I said, some of those factors that increase the value of the business. There's also the discounted cash flow method. There's a book value method. There's a liquidation value method. So there are multiple different methods to calculate the price of a business. And so I wanted to let you know that there are several of these calculation methods out there. So if you speak with a lawyer, an accountant, a business broker about doing a valuation on your business, you're liable to get quite a wide range of values for your business. And this could be one of the reasons why. Some valuators, when they value the business, will give you a result from multiple valuation methods. Others may just do one or two. But this could explain why you get such a wide range. You may have to pick one. You may choose an average of all the above. The important thing, though, is when a buyer comes along to try to buy, you need to be able to justify the method that you used and the price that you arrived at. And that's the most important part. But just wanted to let you know that there are multiple ways to value a business out there. And this video is getting a little long. I could probably keep going, but I need to cut this short. So with that, I'm going to stop there. I just want to say have a great day.